people who use the word cringe are so cringe. Why using the word cringe makes you a piece of crap. You ever notice how people love throwing around the word cringe? They slap it on anything they don't like, anything that makes them uncomfortable, or, let's be honest, anything that reminds them of their own insecurities. But here's the truth. If you use the word cringe to dismiss people, you are the problem, and I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Let's get one thing straight, cringe is not an objective thing. It's not some universal law of embarrassment. It's just your personal discomfort projected onto someone else. Think about it, when you call something cringe, what are you really saying? You're saying this makes me feel secondhand embarrassment, and instead of processing that like an adult, I'm gonna shame the person instead. That's it, that's the whole mechanism. And most of the time, the person being labeled as cringe is just existing, trying something new, or being passionate about something you don't understand. Oh, but wait, it gets better. Not only is cringe just a cheap way to mask your own insecurities, but the way people use it is pure cowardice. Do people say it to your face? No, they say it behind your back. They send a video to their friends like, OMG, look how cringe this is, hoping for validation instead of just telling the person, hey, that didn't land well. Because that would require actual communication and emotional intelligence. And God forbid we have any of that. And this is where it gets truly pathetic. Because the same people who throw cringe around like a weapon are also the ones who preach about diversity, fairness, love, and acceptance. They say everyone's experiences are valid, except when they decide it's not. They act like they care about people's freedom to express themselves, until someone expresses something they don't personally like. You don't get to talk about tolerance and acceptance while shaming people for simply existing. That's not inclusivity. That's just social bullying with extra steps. So what's the move? How do you fix this? Simple, if something makes you uncomfortable, figure out why. Is it actually bad? Does it hurt people? Is it unethical? Or does it just remind you of a time when you were awkward, and now you don't want to deal with that? Instead of throwing the word cringe at people, try being direct. If something isn't working, tell them. Give honest feedback. Or, wild idea here, if you don't like something, just move on with your life. And the next time you base your social credibility, self-worth, and self-image on whether or not your little tribe agrees on what's acceptable and what's cringe, just remember this. When you wind up pregnant and suddenly crave pickles and peanut butter, think about how cringe somebody else might think that is. Or even worse, what if next month you're gushing about how hot some singer is, talking about how obsessed you were with his music, and then suddenly, boom, you missed the controversy. He wore non-vegan leather pants to a Hindu charity event, and now he's the latest needle drop. Guess what? You're cringe for that too. Yeah, that's the game you're playing. You're not the judge. You're just waiting your turn on the chopping block. And when your turn comes, your little tribe won't defend you. They'll move on, pretend you never existed, and find someone else to devour. Yeah, didn't think about that one, did you?